So I went to sleep last night, right after my last video. And my last video, I was giving my update on my live reaction to the Packers-Chiefs game, how the Packers were actually doing pretty good, but the Chiefs looked like they were going to come back and win in the end. And I was, just kind of like, okay, it happens, it's the Chiefs. Then I wake up, and the first thing I see on Twitter is Chiefs fans complaining about the refs. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, this just gave me, like, the SpongeBob meme of, like, what SpongeBob meme. That's what it gave me when I first woke up this morning. Because I'm like, what's going on here? Like, the Chiefs, you guys get the refs all the time. How are you ever complaining about the guys that you pay the most money to? Like, you literally write their checks. What are you talking about? So, apparently, I had to rewatch the whole entire game. And we watched it for the last 3 hours. And yes, there was a lot of questionable calls. Chiefs, welcome to the NFL, baby. There was a lot of questionable calls that, I don't think the Chiefs got robbed, but I think the refs definitely did not help them out, which, welcome to our world, Kansas City. Welcome over here, where, it happens all the time. But, you guys are just now experiencing it, so it's a crisis, right? It wasn't a crisis when everyone else experienced it with the Chiefs. It's a crisis. They lost. And, whether or not the refs did anything, hey, at the end of the day, what do you guys always tell us? Well, you can't blame the refs. We're a better team. The Packers are a better team then. Packers better team. Can't blame the refs. I'm enjoying this one. Alright, so overall wise, just taking a look at these teams, man, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for Patrick Mahomes, 110 yards and 1 touchdown for Isaiah Pacheco, 81 yards for Travis Kelce through the air. I mean, it was a bad performance by the Chiefs offense. The offense did not look that good in this game. And it was not the reason why, it was really the reason why they lost this game. Though also their defense was kind of, Kansas City, you just didn't show up, okay? That's pretty much how this comes down to. You guys did not show up in this game. And Jordan Love is him. He is Himothy. He is Himmy Potter. And I'm going to tell you right now, if, and only if here, Jake Browning beats you in Week 17, there has to be a new thing going on here. There has to be a new joke or meme we create out of it. Because that is going to be the embarrassment of all embarrassments. And you already lost to the Broncos, which after 15 years, it was bound to happen eventually. 15. 8 years. After 8 years, it was bound to happen eventually. It was 15 straight games. Then, you lose to the Packers, which I think the Packers honestly are underrated. And now, you play us in Week 17 with Jake Browning, man. If you lose to us, Chiefs, I don't even know what to say anymore about this. Because I don't know if I could trash you. I don't think that's even right of me anymore. So, the Chiefs right now sit at 8-4 after the Broncos lost, sadly, yesterday. I say sadly just because of Brandon Perna, and I want him to be happy with his Broncos for once. Especially if my Bengals are not doing as great. But, realistically speaking, we're 5-6. You look at the rest of the league, 7-5, 7-5, 7-5, 7-5, like, yeah, obviously you have number 1 seed, right? Number 2 seed, number 3 seed, number 4 seed. But then number 5 is what? It's literally the Browns or the Texans. And the Browns lost yesterday. The Steelers lost yesterday, which was humongous. The Colts also almost lost. If they would have lost, that would have been beautiful. At the end of the day, the Texans-Broncos game, we wanted the Broncos to win because the fact that the head-to-head record with the Texans. But if the Texans lose another game, there's 3 playoff spots, 3 wildcard spots, and the rest of the AFC is just, ugh. Like, they're all looking bad. And now the Bills play the Chiefs next week, and obviously the Chiefs are going to be ticked off, and they're probably going to get that win. Hopefully, I will be rooting for the Chiefs in that game. Just because the Bills will be 6-7, and we will have a better chance to make the playoffs. So, it is a weird situation to say this, but there is still a chance. And that's without Joe Burrow. And now that the Packers beat them, I'm not saying we're going to beat the Chiefs. I'm not saying that, okay? What I'm saying is there is a chance. Because the Chiefs have now lost a couple critical games that, realistically speaking, they probably should not have lost, right? And at the end of the day, that's going to change a lot here. Lost the Eagles game. They probably shouldn't have lost the Eagles game. Obviously, this game against the Packers, I feel like they should have won that game, but it is what it is. But yeah, so going forward, again, we play Jacksonville tonight, which, again, is a tough game. But if we do win that game, again, I think we can beat the Colts and we can beat the Vikings. I would love it too much. I would absolutely love it too much. I would paint Jake Browning all over my chest, his number and his name, if we beat them in Kansas City. I would. Absolutely. Steelers lost to the Cardinals yesterday. Now, I'm not going to get too much crap for the Steelers because it was in a rainy conditions. It was awful conditions. You know, the game got delayed twice or three times. It was just a mess. No one was really having fun in that game. And there's no real positive in that game. Now, if the Browns keep Joe Flacco out there, I'm okay with that because I think we can beat Joe Flacco. There's a realistic possibility we go undefeated the rest of this year. I'm not saying 1,000% we're going to, and obviously tonight will dictate how that ends up going. But, man, we control our own destiny. We actually don't. We have 99.9% chance to make the playoffs. We'll be 11-6. At that point, we control our own destiny, okay? We pretty much do. I'd have to put the other games in. But we control our own destiny, which is absolutely crazy to say, especially this time of the year. And I'm not trying to say, oh, well, the Chiefs lost, it automatically means now we're making the playoffs. No, it doesn't. But with the Chiefs losing, obviously the Steelers losing, and the Browns losing, it's now in perspective of anyone could get in. And now I think the Packers showed, because I think a lot of people going out in that Packers game, a lot of people thought, you know, okay, well, the Packers, they have a 0% chance to win. And it was going to just be the Chiefs and they're going to steampile them. But now that the Chiefs, you know, we need them to beat the Bills. But they could also, you know, throw a game versus the Bengals here. They could lose that game, especially because it's a trap game with us having a backup quarterback in. They could lose the Chargers game. Okay, I'm not going to be crazy here. But yeah, they're probably going to, they could technically lose to us and win every other game. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying 1,000% I'm predicting the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs. No, it's possible. They're probably going, not. The Chiefs are not going to win the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed. I think they will, but not the playoffs. We're past the playoffs. They're already going to be in the playoffs. But for the other thing, I think it's very possible. So overall wise, I got to say, you know, again, Chiefs, we understand your pain. Trust us, we do. It cost us an AFC Championship game. Oh, my bad, that's the pass. I forgot about that. Yeah, so, well, keep in mind, though, Chiefs fans, get the same energy. You told us it's the past, right? This is the past, too. Why are you complaining now? You shouldn't be complaining about something that happened in the past, man. That's crazy. Why would you complain about something that happened in the past? You know, with this season going to heck with Joe out for the season and everything going bad, the Broncos beating the Chiefs and now the Packers beating the Chiefs might be one of my most favorite memories this year. It's not my most favorite memory this year, but it's one of my most. Because it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I know I ticked off every Chiefs fan humanly possible. And I like to tell you right now, I did it on purpose. So, just know, I did it on purpose. I'm not even trashing you guys. I'm not even trash talking you guys at this point. Because, again, like I said, I think you guys will beat us week 18 or week 17. I think you fully will. But at the same time, though, you lost to the Packers, bro. And the refs, they didn't help you out, which usually always happens. So again, I say this one more time, Chiefs fans. Welcome. Yeah, it's not so nice over here on the other side, is it? Not gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen.